Hello everyone, this is Elizabeth with Elope to Savannah, and I am going to briefly go over how to book an appointment with us. So at this point, if you've gotten to this point with us where we have given you the link to go to our scheduling system, basically this is really simple. All you have to do is go in, and then there will be a list of all of the different appointment types. So you pick out which one you want. And in this case, I'm just, as an example, going to pick the Elope to Tybee package. So we're going to click on book, and then I'm going to pick just a day tomorrow, random time. In here, I'm not going to fill out all of this stuff because it's pretty self-explanatory. First, last name, phone number, email, all that stuff. Then there's a list of frequently asked questions. We would really, really appreciate it if you read all of this. There's a lot of really helpful information in this. This is also listed on our website, so it's just sort of a reiteration of that, just so that you have all of that information. Okay, so beyond that, and yes, I know it's a lot to read, but again, it's a lot of really useful stuff. Okay, after that, we have the legal terms. And there is a lot of stuff in here, because I know that, I'm guilty of this. Whenever I'm booking something or buying something, I don't always read all of the legal terms. But there are some things in here that you really need to know, especially about, photography, what happens if you just decide to not show up. That's not something that happens very often. But if you break up with your fiance and you just can't do it anymore, and you don't tell us about it, and then we've prepared everything and shown up, there are some consequences to that. But most of this is all good stuff, but just stuff that you need to know. Especially that the retainer fee is non-refundable under any circumstances. There's some information about weather, being late. Then some stuff about how you have all of the permission to do whatever you want to with your photos, and that we also do as well, except for selling them, which I would never do. I would never sell your photos as stock photos unless I asked your permission first, but I don't do that anyway. Let's see, and then just some good standard stuff. And then there's a lot of stuff about guests, which we do have some issues with occasionally, and confusion about that. So there's all that explained in here. And then after that, there's a lot of questions where you have to indicate that you've actually read and understand everything about that. So once you have signed down here at the bottom electronically, that is basically, just sort of like your legal contract. So once you've done that, you can't really go back. Because it is a legal and binding contract. So after that, then there will be a questionnaire specific to the location and package that you booked. This one's for Tybee, so it's just basically going to ask, first, last names for both parties. What are your pronouns? Just because we like to know, because we get a lot of, all kinds of people, and we want to know how to make you guys feel comfortable. And then there's stuff about flowers, and if that applies to your package. And then for Tybee, we ask, specifically about if you're going to be wearing something formal or something, where we're going to go run around and play in the water. Anyway, then there's a thing about getting a text reminder before your appointment. That'll come about 48 hours before. You don't have to do that, but it is certainly helpful. We will also send out a confirmation email the Monday before your wedding, or the Monday the week prior if your wedding is on, Sunday through Wednesday. And then after that, you click on the, pay deposit. So you're paying half of what the total is due, unless you do show up with extra guests, and there are extra fees. So that's it. That's really all you got to do. The only thing that we really ask is that you definitely make sure that you've got everything accurate, and that you do read and understand everything that we have outlined up here, just because we want to make sure that we're all on the same page. And if you have any questions, please ask them before you book. This is something that happens occasionally where we would get someone who's booked something, so they've signed that contract, can't go back, and then they ask questions about, you know, how the ceremony is going to go, or something about their flowers or the guest count, and then they want to change that, but that doesn't really follow our rules. So that means that we're not really a good fit. And that's totally fine if you want to have a bigger wedding or do something different. But if you've signed the contract, you can't go back. So please do read this, and if there are any questions, just contact us and we will get back to you about that, and we can figure something out, and hopefully we will work with you. So anyway, like, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff, and yep, thanks for all of that, and hopefully this helps. Hope to see you soon.